Thank you, Whip. While the Democrat Party continues to show the country that they're a leaderless, rudderless ship, Republicans have been uniting to lead this country out of the doldrums from the Biden administration. You can just look at the actions we've taken in the House, working with the Senate and with President Trump to start getting our country back on track. And that hard work is already paying off for American families. You're seeing gas prices start to come down. Egg prices are starting to come down. And what's really important for long-term growth, billions and now trillions of dollars of private investment are coming back home to America to create really good, high-paying jobs for American workers. The Speaker and I were proud to attend a White House ceremony yesterday with our governor and other leaders, where Hyundai announced a multi-billion-dollar plant that they're building in the United States of America. Going to create about 1,400 jobs in Louisiana. This is just one of many examples that we're seeing that we call the Trump effect, where we're seeing so many companies invest heavily in Louisiana and other states. In our state alone, we've had probably over $40 billion of private investment announced since President Trump took office again. And that's not only really good jobs, it's things like energy security, building more car manufacturing plants, and the resources that go along with it. We'll no longer have to source those materials from other countries. Hostile countries, in many cases, will now be able to refine those materials here in the United States as well with American workers. That would not have happened without the leadership of President Trump. We've totaled up, when you look at all the private investment that's come into the United States, just in the 2 months since Donald Trump has taken office, it's nearly $4 trillion in new jobs and investment in the United States of America. That's historic, it's unprecedented, and we're just getting started. We've been talking to President Trump. I talked to him twice over the weekend about budget reconciliation. Now that we got government funding out of the way, and the Speaker did a phenomenal job of uniting Republicans. Imagine a CR to fund government passed exclusively by Republicans. One Democrat came along after we had the votes to pass it in the House, and then the Senate ultimately had to finally take that bill up and pass it themselves, which is what caused the Democrats to go into yet another tailspin, because Democrats wanted to shut the government down. Almost every Democrat voted against that bill, which also, by the way, had a 40-year largest increase pay raise for our military. Our men and women in uniform who deserved that massive pay raise. Almost every Democrat voted no on that, as well as trying to shut the government down. So they still don't want to be serious. They're not going to be taken seriously by the American people. But we're going to keep doing our job. And the next job is budget reconciliation. That is number one on President Trump's priority list now, to get Congress to work together with him to pass that one big beautiful bill that we've been talking about. A bill that not only locks in tax rates, creates more investment in the United States, but also allows us to produce more energy in America, lowering costs for families, creates more border security for America to allow President Trump to continue the great work he's done. We've seen over a 95% drop in illegal crossings. We need to build out the wall. We need to give more technology to our Border Patrol agents that President Trump has asked for, strengthening our national defense and bringing common sense back into the rule and regulatory process in Washington. These are just the first few months of what's going to be an historic majority working for the American people, delivering results for the American people. And the man who's leading this cause and uniting Republicans, even with just a 2-seat majority, hopefully not for much longer, we're going to grow that number. But even with that, our Speaker's been keeping us together, moving our agenda. Speaker Mike Johnson.